Momentous occasion on video.
Oh no, let's all lift this. Let's all lift this one. No, guys, what about this one? Yeah. Oh, I can't. Wait, no. Here, everybody move. I'm not getting stuck on my toes. Let me try. Do it.
I guess the updates for whoever actually tunes into these still. If you're one of the Hudson guys, I appreciate you hanging on and tuning back in. If you're the Jeep folks, I hope you find something interested in this. And if you're the Ford or the K5 folks, just hang on. We may find something in the future that's not a bazillion dollars, because that seems to be where everything's going right now. The square bodies, I can remember when you could get a square body for $300, take it home and put some spark plugs and tune up and drive the thing. It ain't happening right now. We've been out of the loop for a little bit, making videos, and part of the reason is we've, just like with the season, you know, things change and you play catch up, and there's always that nervous unknown ahead, you know. So bear with us. I say we, it's usually me and my girls. I don't make these videos for, you know, necessarily entertainment purposes, like trying to build something. I do it because I like to look into the past. I like to see the way that it was, and I think that's part of the interest of old cars and other old things. Is there was a generation before you, just like there's a generation before me, and also I was part of that generation. I'm 43 now, and it's crazy to think that something that was manufactured in the 80s is what, when I was a kid, is was the equivalent of what was made in the 50s, which is just crazy to me to think that something like a 86 LTD or a 94 Crown Victoria or something like that has the potential to be as intriguing to the generation of today as like a 57 Bel Air. I understand from my perspective there's just no way, but the reality is I was looking at minivans, just where life is at for me now, so I'm looking at minivans. But at any rate, 86 Chrysler minivan popped up, and I thought, for some reason that was cool to me. I thought, man, my whole life I remember those things were just the epitome of hideous, you know. And the guy had it posted for a decent price, couldn't tell if it run or anything, but it was all there. And I caught myself going, man, I'd really like to have that thing. And it's just crazy to me that that's the way that it works. There's a reason that the high dollar, high quality supercar can pull into the parking lot, and, you know, everybody kind of looks at it, oohs and ahs over it, and then this guy shows up with you know, something from the, like a 1980 or 1975 F-150 or something like that comes pulling in the parking lot, or a C30 that's got 22s on it, you know, square body, comes pulling in the parking lot, and everybody just walks away. Goes over and looks at the normal thing that's not normal anymore. And it's about the build, it's about the interest and the time and the painstaking effort that went into building that. I understand all that, but I think more than anything, maybe just for me, is the feeling, the nostalgia that you find when you come across something that was so common and so normal for so long, and then you realize when you see it 20 or 30 years later, it's not normal no more. It's not common anymore. And those feelings you felt come rushing back for maybe just a fleeting moment. But the point is that it reminds you of a time that has been so long gone that you didn't even realize that it had left. And so that minivan or that little Maverick or that Crown Victoria or whatever it is comes pulling in, you just taken for granted that it was always going to be there, and then it slipped away so slowly and quietly you never realized that it was gone. And somebody pulls in and it's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it, look at that. And then you start realizing how it looked and how finding one now is difficult. And then seeing theirs in the condition that it's in, whatever condition that it's in, rough or real nice, you have appreciation for what it is. You take things for granted. Change is always going to be inevitable. And appreciate what you have while you have it, and understand that it one day will be gone. Without a doubt, it will go away. And trust God. I know this is going to demonetize or whatever the term is, make the video not get views. And I don't want to say I don't care, but at the same time, that's not the point of these videos. These videos are an opportunity for me to tell whoever's watching the truth, and it's an opportunity for me to open a window to the ones that I love that may care to look and see things from the past, and see things that are happening for me obviously right now, but maybe even for me, that I could look back and say and help remind me, just like seeing the old car or the old minivan and jogging my memory to remind me of the way it was in that moment, in that time, and to frankly give God glory, because He deserves it. He's merciful and gracious and loving and forgiving, and the enemy doesn't want us to not just necessarily believe that, but even consider that or comprehend it, because the world is, quote, so big and all of that stuff is so small. And then in reality, I think all of that is the true purpose of existence, and we get to enjoy what God has created and be part of it for a time. But it's very important to not be caught up in that as though it's the meaning of life or the purpose. The meaning of life is often different than the purpose or the point in life. The purpose in life is to live. God gave you this life. That's your purpose. Live. The meaning in life is kind of what you make of it. What is your life? What is the meaning? And He gives you the freedom to define that. The catch is at the end of it, and there will be an end of it. At the end of your life, you've obviously fulfilled the purpose. You lived. That was the purpose, to give you the experience and the opportunity to make a choice. At the end, the meaning, just like your bank account, what did you put in it? When it's time to withdraw, and that's what happens when it's time to wrap this thing up for a person at the end of the life, it's time to make a withdrawal. And at the end of the person's life, the account holder comes to make that withdrawal. And what is he going to find in this account called Caleb? What will he find? Will it be bent up coins, rusted metal, or will it be a beautiful investment into His Word and to pass that on? That's the question. That's the question. What does Caleb do with Caleb's time? And the question to all of us, I suppose, is what do we do with our time? What investment are we what are we investing in? And the catch, the snare rather, are the cares of this world. I want to be successful, and I worked very hard in the profession that I was in, and yet it came down to having to make a choice. Now, I don't know if there'll ever be the opportunities that I've had to pass up in the last year presented to me again. I don't know, but I know at the time that I had to make the decisions that I had to make, I don't have any doubt that I made the right decision based on the way my heart was being pulled. Has it affected my career? Absolutely. When I lay on my deathbed, if I get a deathbed and don't die in some crazy whatever, if I make it to that point, I don't believe that I'll be looking around at the people that are surrounding me with a concern over my career or my reputation or the efforts that I put into my job. I think there's a slight possibility that the most important thing in that moment is, what did I invest in those people that are there? Did I invest enough into those people that they would even be there? I guess that's the question. And I'm confident that whether I'm successful with high numbers in my account, or if I'm destitute and putting bubble gum and band-aids on my car to get where I need to go, I'm confident that God is with me. And that's my hope. And I hope that you guys can enjoy this video. I know this little monologue going on for a minute, and yet again, I'm not trying to be the cool guy. I'm trying to tell you the truth, and it may be something that you can collect, and it may be something you've already clicked off of, but at any rate, we're happy to have gone through what we've gone through over the past several months because God's brought us through. Not that we enjoy what we've gone through, but because we know that we can look back and see that He was with us, and He held our hand, and He protected us, and He guided us, and He's brought us through it. And we want to go forward. And part of going forward is, the old saying is, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. And I guess that's what we do, and we just keep going. Part of that going is tools. You gotta have tools for the job, and it don't matter how many tools you got if they're strewn everywhere and out in the weather, or you can't even find them. There really ain't no purpose in having them. So I came up with this idea that if I had a toolbox, big epiphany there.
Epiphany what?
I could keep my tools in it. See the genius in that? But I turn wrenches. I'm a mechanic, and I try to invite my children to be part of that so that we can share and enjoy that. And yet now I have to put that somewhere else in life for various reasons, part of which the greatest need right now is to do other things. And those things are, digging ditches and nailing boards and mixing concrete and all these other things that I genuinely have never had much to any interest in. Yet at any rate, it's needed. And it's real hard to start one of those projects that you're not. I'm not a carpenter or any of those things. I'm a mechanic. That's what I enjoy doing. And yet here I am, getting into this other thing. So I decided that I had to come up with something, and because every time I turned around, my shovel was gone, or my wheelbarrow was gone, or my hose pipe ran over, you know, all this stuff, hose pipes and hose and shovels and rakes and mattocks and drills and all these structural type tools just gone. Or you find it and somebody's, you know, picked it up, moved it over there and left it out in the rain and you didn't know it, and it's been there for close to a month and it's absolute garbage now. You can't even use it. So at any rate, to get to my point, the plan was to use the little truck that I picked up originally to put the motor into the Hudson Hornet, but we let the Hudson Hornet go because we had to cut our losses with it, and so I was left with the little truck. It's a 78 Ford F-150 you know, long bed, just a little half ton, but the motor was absolutely just a little gem, a little diamond. And the Ford 300 inline six was an awesome motor to begin with. And this one, is my understanding, this one was rebuilt, and looking at it, I'd say it probably was a later rebuild. At any rate, the thing ran great, but it was literally nothing but a cab, a butchered cab at that. And I said, I'll just turn this thing into my gas powered wheelbarrow. And so I threw a flatbed, like a homemade deal. Didn't really like it because you couldn't organize things. And I ran that for a little bit, and then I came across this utility bed after I got the front clip on it. At any rate, this little video, however long it turns out to be, which is at this point rocking on pretty good, this is the little story of that. And for me and my children and whoever else thinks they may be interested in following this, I don't really want to call it a build, but that's really what it is. It's mainly to help service me in what I'm trying to maintain. It's not a show truck. I have no intention of making it a show truck. It's not a work truck either. It's a functioning toy, I guess is the best term. It's a functioning toy.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Like most toys, there's probably a better answer, and yet life isn't about being completely and totally utilitarian. You got to have some enjoyment in the things you do. So here's me and mine doing what we and ours do. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. This, you can see, cut out there, cut out here. You're probably saying, well, you ought to just swap the cabs out. And probably so, but I'm too lazy to do that. I would rather do a little 1 pound graft, 1 pound of metal graft here. I can weld pretty good, and I can do pretty good body work. I think I can section this out and replace it, put a windshield back in it. And I think I can do the same thing here. So a little more integral work, but a lot less straining, changing a cab out and changing the wiring harness and all that good stuff. This cluster here is actually the one that came out of that truck that's over there. It don't look that bad from the outside, but there's a backer, a black or a white plastic backer that goes behind all of that. And I got one in that other truck I'll show you, but it absolutely just disintegrates. So other thing is I just want to show you how this thing runs. I mean, it's cold, it's ice cold. I hadn't messed with it. I'm gonna do a cold start when I get the battery set up, so hang on. sure does make it easier to work on without all that on the front. But it's basically being bottle fed at the moment, and it ain't too safe when you got kids running around. But that's the deal right there. Plan. I need a toolbox. I need it to be mobile, because that's the way it works. You get over and you start a plan or a project, and it turns into that little thing that you forgot. You got to turn around and go back and get it, and you spend more time running between and running yourself to death. It's best just to have it all together, where you have access to it and you don't have to go back, and you don't have to worry about taking legs and walking off. So 78 Ford, long bed, half ton with a little 300 inline six, probably gonna work out just right. We'll see. That's the plan at any rate. I ran across a really super cool Napa hide utility box bed. It was off of I guess it was a decommissioned railroad truck, because it had a lot of hydraulic hoses and valves on it. But at any rate, that's next. Mount that thing up and load it down with tools and hose pipes and pressure washers and whatever else I can stick in it, and go to work. Y'all climb on in now.
This one is.
This here truck we in now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Daddy, scoot all the way. Nope. I shouldn't have.
Do you feel that it's safe?
This is deadly.
It's what?
Deadly. How's it deadly? It's a perfect because of that blue truck. Because of literally this. The carpet on.
Yeah, don't stick your hand in that hole down there. Hear it? Got pear.
Hey!
Got pear.
Where are we going?
Into the unknown. Pigs and other appendages inside the truck and out of the rust holes at all times.
So this is unsafe because the car could the rust will shatter.
You know what's dangerous?
What?
Things that aren't safe.
This golf it's gonna go.
You know what things that aren't safe are? You know what things that aren't safe are?
What?
Dangerous.
So where are we exactly going? Right?
This would be east. This is east.
Wait, we're going down here.
Going up here. Actually, I guess we could go down there. Let's go down there. Let's see what happens.
Hey, we're going to the church. Which is the forest down there.
We made that turn. That's pretty good.
Down in the barn. So why is what's going on this is dying, hitting a tree, hitting a barn, or hitting.
You know what happens when you hit a tree? You go bang.
And your body breaks. Just climb out this way. Remember when I got that ball stuck in there and threw my shoe? Took it out.
Can you make it up in the back of this thing? Just don't go out of it. Yeah, go climb on in there. That's fine. Go up this side. Yep.
So what do you want us to do?
I want you to learn, be educated.
I'm learning right now.
Yep, you climb on in there. I got
So
you.
we're gonna drive.
No, I'm gonna show you this hose over here. Now, you see this hose right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see this kink in it? You see this kink in it?
Yeah.
Y'all think water would go through that?
No. No.
I don't think water would go through that either. So what I need to do, y'all stay right there. I'm gonna go to the other side.
Okay.
Come look at this one. This one here, it don't have that hose kink, does it?
No.
So we'll pull this one all the way out, and I'll show you why that one's got a kink and why this one don't. How about that?
Yeah.
Does that sound like a plan? Then we'll reel it back up, make it work. Come down here and pull this one out. Okay.
Can I pull the other one?
Somebody will have to stay in the truck to reel them back in. All right, you got it?
I know. I want me. So long. To reel
There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yep. Splitting, yes. Let me open this tailgate. That might help a little bit. All right. See that?
Here.
Thank you so much. You grab this one. It's important to pull it straight out that way. Yes, yes, yes. Straight out that way.
It looks like it's about to fall. It's not.
That's a long ways, ain't it? Keep on going. Will you go help him pull it?
Me?
Yep.
It's going fast.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good. Y'all come back up here now. Y'all think y'all climb up in the truck safely?
Yeah.
Try it.
Daddy, can I roll it back up?
We're gonna try to get that kink out. Can you do it?
There's so many kinks.
Need help? There you go. There you go. All right. Now, what do you think is the best way to get this unkinked?
I don't know.
We know if we roll it up like it was, it's just gonna be kinked anyway, ain't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if we undo this. Undo that. See how it messes the hose pipe up?
Yeah.
Ain't good. That ain't what you want, says the man that knows what he wants.
That's or you can just say my dad.
We got that tight. Now I'm thinking we could push this over like so. Just turn it this way. It's probably still not going to do exactly what I want it to, which is not good, but better than it was. This is the Tractor Supply reel, hose pipe reel, and I ain't liking it. Easton and Aubrey, one of y'all grab this one, one of y'all grab that one, and very gently but firmly pull towards you. Yes, that's what we're doing. Yep. Keep on going. Keep on going. You're doing a fine job. It's tough. Oh, hang on. I gotta keep it real. All right, go ahead. Yep. Yep.
I wonder if we're recording a YouTube video.
Oh yeah.
Yes, this is my first ever one. I've been wanting to get 100 likes.
100 likes.
And subscribes.
And subscribe. You got a YouTube channel?
No, but I want to.
That'd be cool.
When I'm older, I'm gonna have one.
What would you do in your YouTube videos?
You'll see.
Make videos? That sounds like a good idea when you're making videos. Make videos. Hang on. Alright, keep going. Gently, just sit steady. Yep. Keep going. Yep, doing a fine job.
But is it hard for you? So you.
How many feet would you say that this hose pipe is?
100? No.
You say 100?
Yeah. It's not 100. It's like. Wait, no, 200. No, that's wrong. It has like. How many feet?
Yeah, how long?
200, 400.
Would you say 100? Would
400.
you say 50?
400.
400?
Yeah.
We got 100, we got 400. Aubrey, what do you say?
I think 200. I think about that tree right there.
About that tree right there?
Yeah.
I can't look at the tree. How many feet would you say that the tree is?
Say 10. Like that.
That many? Keep on pulling, Pudgel.
I
There
think
you go.
it's 200, Daddy.
The first guess was correct. It is 100 foot of hose pipe.
I thought it was 400. 400 looks like the right amount because like this is looks like 400. So
It is 100 feet.
how did Addie perfectly get that correct? I read the box.
That's a pretty good guess. One would even say an educated guess. You know
But
why
that
you'd
does
say
look
it's
like
educated
100.
guess? Because she read about it, that's why.
That tree's actually 100 feet.
I wouldn't say it's 100. I'd say that tree's about 30 something foot.
30. Yes, now it's not hard. I can just go as fast as I want. 1,030. It's wrong. Aubrey, yes, it's hard for Aubrey. All my hose have been hard, so. Actually, it's squeaking. Why is it making that sound? Because it wants to shoot out water. How would you turn this on, Daddy?
Well, I gotta plumb the truck. I was thinking what I'd probably end up using this reel for is just loose hose.
Yeah.
Gotta do it steady, smooth and steady, jerking it'll mess it up.
I'm trying to look. The kink is still in it.
I think if I got water hooked up to it, it would push that kink out.
Yeah.
Possibly. It's almost there, doing a fine job. Almost there. Keep on going.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on
It's
going.
in his hand.
Alright, that's good right there. Now, get
That's
this
big.
thing.
It's hard, actually.
It's a little tough, ain't it? You know what they call that? Manual labor. That's called manual labor. Yeah, hold that right there like you do, and that's a fine job.
Nana? I didn't know. She died 4 years ago.
Let's see what this will do.
That says 1950 to 2020. And that was 4 years ago. So she died 2020.
In a minute.
So she died when I was 3? Yeah. When someone babysat me? Are you serious? It's a poor staff. She died when I was 5. Huh? That was 3 years ago. Wait, no. I was 4. Wait. So you're saying I was 5 years old?
You know what don't smell good?
What?
Things that stink.
What stinks?
You know why?
Because
Because they don't smell good. You know how I know that?
you stink.
I smelled something that stunk one time.
Because I farted.
Was that what that was?
Yes.
I believe it. You know why?
Why?
Because it didn't smell good. Reckon we ought to do this one? I think we're okay on this one.
I'm gonna do it this time for my football. And me. I don't think we should do it.
Okay. Oh, you can just do it like that. Make it real flat. And don't move it. Let me do all the movement, okay? That's a pretty good one right there, ain't it?